there's a reason why we're still rewatching Lord of the Rings 20 years later. Like, it's just so pure, so powerful.
Totally.
Dude, we don't have to rewatch it soon. This year, we're going to get the Amazon series,
Oh gosh.
which takes place thousands of years before, but
I
has
think
some
that's-
familiar characters.
I'm
Well,
not
probably
excited.
Gandalf?
Galadriel.
Galadriel, okay.
Maybe Elrond.
I'm interested in it, but I'm not super stoked.
I'm not
I
excited
think it's
at
a
all.
great choice to remove it from like the Peter Jackson Middle Earth and do something very different.
I feel it was always weird to me that they expanded Lord of the Rings into like other areas,
like our media, like video games?
even the fact that there's Lord of the Rings online was kind of weird. I'm like,
Really?
What is that?
Well, because to
It's
me
a
it's almost
MMO.
like, yeah, it was an MMO. It was almost like Lord of the Rings is this like. I tweeted recently to this effect about Star Wars. I'm like, maybe we've gotten too crazy about Star Wars. You know, it's like maybe we've gotten too many things, too many Star Wars things, and now no one's going to be happy because nothing is exactly what people want
Yeah.
because people have different ideas of what Star Wars is and blah, blah, blah. And yeah, I kind of feel that way about Lord of the Rings. I feel that it has been left alone.
to a certain degree.
Yeah, it hasn't been tampered with as much as like Star Wars or Star Trek or whatever has. So it's almost sad to me to see them like being like, oh, Lord of the Rings is a brand that we have the rights to now, and there's a captive audience that would watch our show if we made a show about Lord of the Rings, and that just gives me no confidence.
Well, that's because
that the
you've
show's
been,
going to be
you've
good.
been
they-
burned. You have baggage
Yeah.
now from
Well,
Disney.
exactly.
They dipped their toe into like unofficial canon with the Shadow games, like the Shadow of War and Shadow of Mordor, or opposite.
Yeah.
Where they were in the Tolkien verse, and they had like Sauron, and they had all the Shelob as a sexy lady.
Yeah, I heard things about those
Yeah.
games, and that's why I have not played
and they
them.
were good, and like the story worked in the video game. But
It was a decent video game,
Basically,
but-
you kill Sauron and become like the Master of the Ring. Yeah, it's fucked
When
up
I was a
shit.
child, I
That's
thought
not one of the endings?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, spoiler.
Well, that's not like the canon ending, obviously.
No, and exactly, and like
Yeah.
that's why it's like it's just weird. And I mean, I don't think they'll do anything like that with the Amazon show, but
you never know. It depends how successful it is.
the
When
thing
I was
that-
a kid, I thought more content equals better.
Yeah.
But now it's just like you wish that the rights holder could just be like, this is it for all eternity. You're not allowed to make any more
Yeah.
forever.
Well, as an
Just
adult,
bury it.
you kind of have an understanding of what makes things special is restraint sometimes.
Yeah.
So yeah, the idea like there was a news article recently that's just talking about how the Amazon Lord of the Rings show is going to have a bunch of like sex scenes.
Oh,
and
yeah,
stuff.
no.
And I was like obviously I have no problem with sex scenes when they're
I
used
do.
like to.
I hope they're interspecies.
I mean,
Hobbits,
personal opinion,
orcs.
I don't like when there's just like gratuitous sex scenes for
Yeah.
the purpose of titillation.
Yeah.
Like if it serves some plot purpose, sweet.
Totally
Which
correct.
is the same
Yeah.
thing with any scene. If you just have a scene and the whole purpose of that scene is to titillate, I'm like, well, do something more
Else
useful
with
with
it.
it. But anyways, Lord of the Rings just seems like special. It seems like, you know, we don't need topless elves. So like, I don't
do.
know. I do. I need it.
Yeah, I
I need
this.
it.
Those eternal titties.
Dude, the internet exists. Just go, you know,
there's
you can
there's a
find
lot.
it.
Rule
I don't need it in
34,
the
bro.
Amazon show. All right.